All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, and thank you for submitting all your questions over on Facebook. We got, again, hundreds, 200 of questions very quickly, so that makes it a lot easier to do a Q&A, and I'm here with Casey, who's obviously been a huge part of the channel lately, and I think it's just the right thing to do to get him on a Q&A and hear some of his opinions, because we all love opinions. So here we are, let's go. Is Casey getting a cut of the millions you're making from YouTube videos? Are you getting a cut?
I'm getting a cut.
Of the million.
I wouldn't say any larger than a cut.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not making anywhere close to millions or even tens of thousands, but it is starting to grow, and the support, it's hard with the YouTube things right now and the AdSense. It's just, the whole world is kind of a mess right now, so it's hard to really say that I have anything consistent, but it's been pretty fun and definitely a great side gig, and Casey's getting a little cut. Yeah.
And people love it.
If you guys could do something different or improve anything you guys did this off season, what would it be?
Do something different or improvise? I don't know, maybe just take a little more of like a crazy trip to a good course while we had all the downtown. What?
Standstill backhand.
I don't know. If we had another chance, I'd probably put a lot of more footage of me building my course at my house.
Rider Ridge. All right,
Yeah.
Simon, what do you think? What could you improve on of this off-season 2.0?
I definitely did not work out as much as I should and as I want to. For one reason was that we moved and my personal trainer was too far away, and we tried to meet up several times, but then something got in the way, and then I got in the... It was just all complicated, but enough excuses. So that's the one thing I would probably like to change, is working out so my elbow doesn't hurt and my back doesn't hurt. You know,
important.
Working out keeps you fit and prevents injury. How much better has Casey White gotten from being in your vlogs? Is he still 1003 or much improved? He looks better than 1003 in my opinion. There's two things. One, his game, and the other just his overall feeling in front of the camera, which obviously, being in front of the camera is all practice. I used to completely be so bad at it, just shy and nervous, and you could really tell that I didn't like being in front of the camera. And now, it's like just part of the job, photo shoots, video shoots, just easy. I'm kind of bad at remembering lines that I have to say for like promo stuff, but all in all, just natural and just, yeah. Everyone kind of has a little camera personality, so in real life, I won't be as talkative or as upbeat as I am on camera, but you know, you just try and keep it nice, keep it friendly, keep it personable, and Casey has definitely improved a lot in the last couple of months on being in front of the camera naturally. And I think his game, from what I've noticed, is always improving. I feel like there's more power behind his backhands and sidearms, and it's all about just putting it together in a tournament.
I think I've been playing with Casey probably since he started out disc golfing, pretty much.
Started playing tournaments,
and this year, everyone sees it. It's just getting better and better. And even going past the storm phase, he was good, but he's getting good.
What do you think?
What do you think, Casey?
I remember my first time being on the vlog, the 600-foot ace. I didn't really know what to think anything of it. I was just part of the vlog, you know what I mean? But I mean, coming a long way down the road to almost a year and a half later now, I feel very comfortable in front of the camera. I like to throw in front of the camera, and now I don't even get fazed when, like, you know, Simon's behind me with the camera saying, oh, Casey's putting with a lot of pressure on this one. I feel like that definitely has helped me concentrate in non-camera settings and like in tournaments as well. It's all been good, and I felt like it's all been on the up and up.
Yeah, every time someone is new on the vlog or not used to this camera and the talking, like commentating during the play, it's always like, you can tell that it really affects them a lot.
It's adaptive.
Any courses that either of you have not played but hope to someday? I mean, I've been hearing about Harmony Bends. I don't know if it's actually anything special. I know it's the best rated course on UDisc, I think.
It's
at least
in Georgia,
in the
right?
States.
Georgia?
No, Harmony Bend's in Missouri.
Yeah, it's in Missouri, and plans are looking like, little teaser here, is that we're going to go play it.
Oh yeah.
In 3 weeks-ish. So, yeah. I can't wait to play the highest rated course.
For me, course I've always wanted to play, definitely Milo MacGyver. I've never been anywhere near Portland, Oregon, and
it's so sick.
I wanted to go there this year for
Beaver
Beaver State
States.
Fling, but it got canceled, and just any of the courses in the Portland area I would really like to check out.
Yeah, guys, next family vacation, book it to Portland and play Milo, play Pier Park. It's like, you're like, okay, this is what disc golf is.
Wooded too.
Why isn't Casey sponsored by a big name disc company?
Good question.
Yeah, I want Discmania to step up and pick up Casey, and hopefully, hopefully this year. I mean, it's the middle of the season, that never really happened.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can make an exception and make some room for him on the team, because I think it definitely needs to happen.
I have always, just for my own personal, like, self, I don't know what you want to call it, mentality, I've always just wanted to believe that the companies never wanted to give me an offer that I didn't deserve. Like, they couldn't offer me something so low because they thought I deserved more. So that's just always how I've thought about it when I wasn't getting sponsored, and still whatever. But you know, it's just, I've been waiting, and it's yeah, somebody wants to sponsor me, go ahead.
Kid's a walking billboard.
We're waiting.
What is the biggest challenge that new players face?
Oh, new players? I'm going to go ahead and think of them as new players on tour, because a lot of players are super good. I play with local players all the time in like a little league or just as a fun practice round, that I'm like, wow, go on tour, you're so good, so talented. But then when they go on tour and then they face off Ricky, Eagle, Paul, and
Simon,
James, and me, and all the other guys, Jomis cameras, Central Coast is there, galleries are there. It is just not comparable to your local league in your local town, or a B tier or even A tier. It's just, it's something, I don't know if I would describe it as you have it or you don't have it. Or of course it's learnable, it's just something you got to throw yourself into. And I think that's definitely the biggest challenge, is to get used to the pressure and the vibes of Pro Tour, National Tour, and Majors.
It's a high competition. So I'll say what a new player to disc golf, like starting out in the sport, struggles with.
Yeah.
I would say anybody that doesn't have the right person putting the right disc in their hand. That's just all it is for me. If you can have somebody that knows what they're talking about hand a beginner the disc that they need to be throwing after watching them throw 2 to 3 times, that's a really important thing in just getting the sight for the player to see the disc fly. You know what I mean? If you hand somebody a Luster PD2, you know, and they don't know any better, they're not going to watch it fly. Give them something with glide, let it fly, and that is my advice to new players.
Yeah.
All right, next question. What is your favorite off the beaten path course, and why?
My favorite course that would be unknown to most players would probably be New England Disc Golf Center in Southwick, Massachusetts. It's in Western Mass, in the middle of nowhere, but it's a really awesome course that has a lot of potential, and it's also pretty new, and for how new the course is, it's really impressive.
What par is that?
Well, par is the course. Par is like par 65.
Whoa.
It's no joke.
Yeah, it's a really good course. The New England Championships were filmed there last year. And,
Who won?
Me.
All right, Simon, what do you think?
I mean, if you're in Sweden or Finland, every course is basically a hidden gem. It's nuts. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with Sweden and Finland.
The entire
Any course.
countries.
Yes.
All right. Next question. Will Casey White eventually be able to throw further than Simon?
Ooh.
Oh. Eventually, I would say yes.
I'm gonna say
when
no.
I'm 50. Hopefully as far, but I don't know if further as possible. That's as humble as I can say it.
Go check out the comparison video. That'll know.
Yeah.
Throw as far, maybe. I've definitely a couple times, but I obviously, when I throw a rip, and I never know how much power Simon exerted into a shot, so I can't really fully judge how much, but I know that I have competed on a couple throws with him.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's true.
What do either of you consider when looking for an event to play that isn't on the DGPT or the NT circuit?
Okay, that is definitely convenience and course. The one thing I don't look at all anymore really is the payout. So for me, way more important is it a cool location? Who's going? Who's competing is important.
Yep.
And then is it a fun, cool course that's worth driving to and having a fun weekend?
My judgment on most of those events is definitely the context of where it is in the tour, like the surrounding events. If it's an event that you can catch on the way from one to the next, that's usually while I'd hit it. And I like to go to most events in like Minnesota, so like I'd tag on small events like Des Moines Challenge or the Bogey Blowout in Iowa. And I think that, yeah, friends is a very good important thing for me. If my friends are going, I want to travel there because I want to spend time with them. And most of the time when I'm out on tour, I don't have my own car, so I need to rely on other people. So that's a big part in what makes me decide.
Yeah, it's definitely, one thing is also that it's great practice. Like playing a C tier the weekend before playing a national tour is like the best practice you can get. Because just practicing a course versus competing in a tournament and even winning it is the best practice you can get.
Yeah, I played a non-sanctioned tournament at Webster in Massachusetts about a week before we went to the West Coast, and that definitely helped, you know, just something competitive before you hit it for real.
Knock the rust off a little.
Yeah.
Casey, if you could be sponsored by any company, what company would that be?
By any company?
I'm pretty sure everyone knows this by his bag.
All right, so this is kind of where it gets tricky, because any company, if I were to be sponsored by Discmania, I'm not sure if I could still throw a Nova. If I were to be sponsored by Innova, I could still throw some Discmania. So I think for me, with how my bag is currently lined up,
you could throw a Nova.
But not like a Nova and a Firebird and a Rock.
Yes, you could.
They're all made by the same company, basically.
Unless you want to be like Sky Team, then you can't. But if you want to be on the tour team or pro team, I think you can have a couple molds of Innova.
So if I want to be on the Sky Team, I think for me the safe answer is definitely Discmania.
Get on it.
If you were stranded on a deserted island and you could only bring one disc each, what discs would you bring?
Who wrote that question?
Shout out to Casey's sister.
Casey's sister.
Pretty easy.
All right, I'm gonna say depends. Wait, are we together on that island or are we on separate islands?
I'm gonna switch this question. Separate islands, but you can see each other.
So we can throw across from island to island?
And the island's about 500 feet across.
I would probably bring a fastback, or if that doesn't count, a Sonic, so I can play catch with myself with the wind.
I mean, I gotta bring the D-Line MD.
Oh.
Jump up from everywhere.
Yep.
You just put it straight into all those holes in the sand.
Or the ocean.
Yeah, I'll be gone forever.
Casey has opened up a lot since the early videos. Do you think he's more comfortable with his game or just getting used to being filmed?
One of the best things to do in life is stepping out of your comfort zone, and I think getting in front of the camera multiple times a week and putting it on YouTube for 50,000 people to watch is definitely one of those things, and with time and practice it'll get way more comfortable, and then as more comfortable it gets, the easier it gets. So I think everything just goes like hand in hand now, and everything's working.
How
do you feel?
I think that in like the first 3 vlogs combined, I said a total of probably 20 words. And now
I also talk too much. You can blame me a bit.
I like the sudden jabs you guys have.
Yeah, I will say one thing for my comfortability on being on the vlog and being on the camera is I always felt like I was trying to do whatever I could to not interrupt whatever Simon was saying, but now I feel like I have the right to interrupt Simon if I want to.
If you interrupt me one more time.
If you had to choose between only throwing a driver or only throwing a putter for the rest of your life, which one are you choosing?
I don't care. There's nothing more fun than throwing as far as you can. You can putt with a driver if you have to. I'm definitely going driver.
Wow, I'm so opposite opinion.
Same.
I can throw a putter 450 feet. I can throw a driver 550. So that's not even a big difference. And a putter, you can enter any tournament with a putter and you can compete for the win. I would choose a Sky God. No doubt. Great putter, great for aces, and you can completely send it and it just goes straight.
What about you, Casey? What driver would you pick?
I said that the most fun is throwing far. So if I have one disc for the rest of time, I want to throw far. Like he's stuck at 450. I'm going Destroyer.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. What part of his game, Casey, is most proud of or confident in?
Most confident and comfortable part of my game, gotta be sidearm approach. Everything inside of 300. You saw it in our Guess Your Distances vlog where we had Siri give us the distance on UDisc and we would measure it out. I was locked in on the sidearm approach, and I think that's definitely one of my best stats. My scramble stat can prove that for me.
For me, my most comfortable shot is definitely throwing my most overstable disc on the most hyzer I can possibly put it on.
Never seen him throw like that before.
I'm actually really good at like judging distances if I go like super high on a spike hyzer. Yeah, I think that's, I don't know why or when I developed that, but that's my most comfortable shot, and whenever I can, I will bust out my FD3 or PD2 and just throw a knife into the ground and have it stick at the basket.
Oh yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the Q&A. Casey talked a lot, and I tried to not talk too much, but I always start rambling on stuff. And other than that, all we can say is like and subscribe,
And send
because
it, bub.
you know that helps the algorithm of YouTube and makes everything just better. If you like the video and if you subscribe, that makes our lives just so much better. So thank you everyone who has, and thank you everyone that will.
Send it, bub.